The oil and gas industry is facing its deepest crisis ever. The world energy is likely to continue growing over the next 20 years. In the meantime, there's pressure from alternative energies, and the oil and gas supply and demand dynamics are requiring deep changes in our cost structure. We need, in the meantime, to reduce our CO2 emissions by 20 to 30% by 2030 if we want to fight climate change. And we are in an industry where obviously we cannot compromise on safety and need to raise the bar in that front. We also saw that the pandemic highlighted how the oil and gas production relies on human presence offshore. Cybernetics, we've been developing and deploying robotics in harsh environments for the past 30 years. And we are convinced that robotics can be used to address these critical issues. In addition, the industry needs service providers able to bring to the industry the quality level that we require. So at Cybernetics, our value proposition is to support our clients to enhance the performance of their assets through advanced robotics. And this value proposition relies on 4 pillars. First, we like to demonstrate the benefits of robotics at early stages of projects. We developed very specific engineering, simulation, and testing capabilities on that front. We also developed internally our own software supervision over the past 15 years. This supervision can allow to manage different types of robots depending on the applications. And then our 35 years of experience in industries like oil and gas, but also nuclear and defense, give us an edge in selecting the right robots depending on your needs, depending on your applications. And last but not least, our belonging to TechnipFMC gives us a global footprint, which allows us to deliver locally to our clients. So our systems can be either mobilized on a call-off basis or mobilized for longer permanent periods. The art of the solution is our Supervision Software, which manages alarms and data, but also the mission planning and navigation of the different robots. It also enables remote control and dexterous manipulations, where we develop very specific technologies for the nuclear industry. It complements very well a control center because we're using standard communication protocols. Typically, if you have an alarm for a leak, the control center can share the alarm to the supervision software, which will trigger an inspection of a robot to validate the diagnosis and then potentially act on it. At the end of the mission, a report will be automatically generated, and the useful data will be transferred to the control center. We can connect any type of robot to the supervision system. Be it for ground, shallow water, or aerial applications. We developed internally our own AVIMR crawler, fully ATEX, as well as a hull cleaning and inspection crawler. And for the other applications, there are technologies in the market that we select depending on the applications and that we connect to our supervision platform. So just can focus now on ground vehicles for a moment. In 2019, we organized an event where we demonstrated to clients our capabilities in terms of running autonomous inspections and dexterous interventions. So we developed a testing facility. We have an outdoor one now, and where we demonstrated our capabilities to run autonomous inspections through our software, be it for temperature or whatever needs to be checked. Clients also experienced our technologies in terms of dexterous manipulations and typically to run tasks as dexterous as gas sampling operations. So as a summary in a nutshell, what are the benefits you can expect from deploying robotics on your projects? First is obviously related to HSES. You can remove diver, rope access technicians, or confined space entries from your operations. You can run your operations in a more efficient, reliable, and repeatable manner. Typically, you can de-risk and shorten your turnarounds, run interventions in restricted areas to humans, or automate your routine inspections. Robotics are also an enabler for digital transformation. You can use them for digitalizing existing assets, typically where you may not have all the sensors that you want, to enable predictive maintenance and automated reports. Post-incident intervention is also an area where robots can be very useful. Typically, if you have a leak or an explosion, you can send robots instead of sending people. Robots can be used for firefighting or even victim recovery. Robots can be also very useful on unstaffed asset to secure your time. If you have an unplanned breakdown or shutdown, you can run some restart testing remotely and understand what's going on and potentially restart your production. It's also very useful in terms of emergency response. And last but not least, you can reduce your POB and need for skilled resources with robots through remote control. You can also reduce the frequency of human interventions offshore and better prepare them. And in some cases, replace up to 100% of your personnel. There's a lot more to say about our solutions, our services, and how we innovate there, and how we can transform the way you approach your operations and maintenance activities. We can obviously not share everything in such a large audience. So we are, if you're interested in running pilots, in understanding more about our solution, if you have a very specific case or just would like to get advice on how to run robotics projects, our team of passionate people will be very happy to help. Thank you very much and speak to you soon.